myself.
Is Anna not
She is unfortunately sick, so she's out till next or this Friday.
What?
Amina. Um, Imani and Aya, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
My camera.
What did you think say Sarah?
Okay, so Starbucks. They can't spell my name right. So, okay, can y'all hear me? If you can you just like say something in the chat? Okay, perfect. Why is it zooming in? It keeps on doing that. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Gonna share. Where'd it go?
When you share, did you pick which?
Um, no. I just shared with, yes, please do. It would be nice to not have to. Wait, here.
It should be fine.
Like the thing is only like if no one can see it here unless I
Yeah.
put it over.
Why does the camera zoom in and out?
Oh,
There you go. You're good now.
thank you. Okay. This is very ugly, but it's good. It works. Okay, okay. I think we're ready to get started. Kate, it's still recording, right? Or it's still live? Perfect. Okay. Hi all, welcome to today's meeting. So I called this meeting into order at 5:35 p.m. I recognize that Fiona, Nila Benet, Rahman, Usman, Devin, Mihira, and Imani and Aya are present as well as our ex officio member, Candace. Okay, so this is the agenda. So take a look at it, and if there are any motions on the floor to maybe approve the agenda, that would be great. Move, sorry. Thank you. Any objections? Hearing or seeing no objections, we can approve today's agenda. Moving on to the meeting minutes. So I'm just gonna scroll through real quick. If you need me to stop, just let me know. Are there any wishes on the floor? Actually, I have, this should be minutes if we want to amend that. Are there any motions to amend this maybe? Seconds? Any objections? Hearing or seeing no objections? Okay. Now, are there any motions to approve the meeting minutes? Any objections? Hearing or seeing no objections, we approve the meeting minutes for September 14th as amended. Okay, back to our agenda. So, There's a lot of confusion and storytelling involved in the next section of this. So, as you guys remember from last meeting, NISB requested funding for the merchandise and marketing fund for t-shirts that they wanted, and they had some logo issues. And Fiona was able to contact them and get information and like get a new design for these. And I'll be able to share real quick, and we'll be able to work on that. But the second item we have here. Sorry. The second item we have here is so NISB basically submitted a spring semesterly budget last semester, and their request had not been seen by finance board at all, and we got word of that through Fiona when she was contacting them, and basically we have to look through that and kind of approve it in like a expedited way because it should have been done last semester. But we'll start off with the first thing, just looking at the updated design. I can pull up the Sahas application and we can also look at the design and talk through that first. Mm. So we were able to go through and pretty much discuss everything related to the application. And if I remember correctly, we were pretty much okay with it except for the logo. So we can go through a period of discussion again and just look at the logo and just discuss based off of that. But I can pull that up real quick. But while we're doing that, are there any motions to move into period of discussion? Thank you. Any objections? And we're seeing no objections. Here is the new design. As you can see there, they took out the 2020 to 2021 situation down there. And they also changed the one sports emblem. I think that's what it's called, but they changed that. Yeah, it just gets more fuzzy as I do that, but they took the logo out, yeah. I mean, personally looking at it, it looks fine the way it is. The two things were the year was it said 2020 to 2021, and they took that out, and then also the dog emblem, the sports logo thing, they took that out too. So basically, the logo is good. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I can go back to the application, but if you want to go through a period of voting, unless we have any other things to discuss about this, then we can go through that. Oh, okay. Okay, so Aya just said she moves to enter a period of voting. Any seconds? Any objections? Hearing or seeing no objections, we can move into a period of voting. Are there, or I guess just say aye if you support approving the Sahas application for the merchandise and marketing fund for these t-shirts for a total amount of $130, and no if not. Or just raise your hand, that's also fine. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imani and Aya, could you please? They already did. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Candace, I have a question for you. Is this like a verbal vote or does there have to be legislation made to?
You do have to do like.
Okay. Was that supposed to be done beforehand? Okay, sorry. I'll do it after, but verbally, I guess we can confirm that we've voted on it and Cool. Okay, got it. So, we approved their Haas application. Moving on to the second thing that we have. So, the conference. So, Fiona, do you want to talk about it? Because I feel like you've been more in direct contact with them.
Yeah, sure. So,
Oh, they can't hear. Is the microphone coming from my computer? Oh, okay, wait. I can try changing that. Oh. There should be like a thing next to it, right? Yeah, Fiona, can you try saying?
hello? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay, is everything good now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, so I met with Joshua Slater, the president, yesterday. Just to pick up some missing information, and there's also been like new information that came in about like the mode of the conference. So it was supposed to be in person. So that was the information they went off of last semester. So they recently found out that it would be virtual. So the new information was that there would be 30 people attending this conference. It's from November 11th through the 14th, and it's $80 per participant. So that's the information that we will be going off of in tandem with their previous application, so that we can go ahead and discuss that with them.
So it's a virtual conference.
Yeah, you should have said.
So that was because it was in person,
Oh.
but we got approved online. The new rate is $80
Per person?
person. 30. That's like 2,400. So here's a semester of the application from last semester. We can just go through it, but yeah, our monitor was empty, but at the top was like they should have going on.
But I hope-
I think I feel like they could have been a bit more thorough with the application. But we were able to meet with the president yesterday, and he gave us all this information early as well as sent the an email about it. But
But shouldn't it still be on the application as well? Or does that really matter?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Is it $30 or $80?
$80.
30?
80.
Oh,
$80 for 30 people. Each for 30.
80 for 30.
$2,400.
And I think I've asked, how do they know 30 people are going? They just estimated it.
It's pretty much estimated.
They could increase the fee.
Is it funded as a class? Like the conference?
I think she said, yeah.
Yeah, because they performed while they were able to go.
Oh, really? In the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in the budgetary policy, I like looked it up and it says like if the group has like shown its cost for the event, like that also helps. I don't know what weird it is. This is- Oh, you have things in the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, making sure that the audio is working. Oh.
That's actually
I
good.
was saying like somewhere in the budgetary policy, I think it says like, other like funded, like items or whatever, it's like if the group has not performed well previous years.
Yeah, they have participating opportunity before. Yeah, to be benefit of the students and general body.
I mean, how people have money is not the issue. have the money.
Well, what's the rule that like?
Oh, for, I think they're good.
Yeah, because it's November, so we still have a lot of things, we have like more than 60 days. And I think it's like 1,000 and 3,000 is 45 days ahead of time, so I think time wise we're also good, and plus they submitted it last semester and it should have been looked last semester.
Oh, we got
But
some.
We're just kind of doing it as like an emergency thing because it just never got looked at.
Yeah, I remember when I did my review, like, the only problem I had was that the application wasn't filled out, but it literally like fits within the seat.
Yeah, same, everything else. Yeah, I don't see anything that's really wrong with it. You can. Oh my God, sorry. Discuss it further. I also asked if the president would want to join us and the invite, so I'm not sure. He said he might join. But right now he's not on it, so.
Question for you if you'll actually, because you guys had a conversation with. Do you guys have any concerns or anything, or no? You're okay?
I personally, no, it's pretty straightforward. He seemed to like know what he was saying and to be on top of things, then it'd be like. Yeah, it just like seems.
Like one of my initial concerns of that in my comments. I looked at it was on the portal. That was one of my only concerns.
So what was your concern?
Just the $100 that they were charging. Now that it's fine.
I mean, like yesterday, the president was telling us that, or Josh was telling us that, if you finish the application in like the next like 3 days, it's like $64, but if it goes any further than that, it's 80. And there's no way, it doesn't make sense for us to come to a decision as well as allocate the money in the next 3 days. Say that again, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem feasible enough for it to all get done in 3 days and for them to be able to approve. Or I mean, apply, sorry, to the conference. If they do make it, do they still participate?
No,
No.
it goes back. It's not $8, it's $2,400. First, yes.
I mean, if we're all agreed to that.
Yeah, if there are any motions to move to.
To interfere with the-
Okay, hold on. Well. Do this so you can report the vote. Which there will be a public parade at home. We're gonna move the application into. So that you can record the vote. What is the application for? Like FBR, bunch of zeros,
Here, yeah, 572.
5, what?
72.
What legislation number are you on?
Probably not.
Which one, the one before this would have been 9?
I don't remember, it's been a bit. JK, we're at 4.
4, so the last
Wait,
one,
last one was 4.
so the last one, like, for this.
Yes, the last one that was passed was 4. So, yeah.
5.
So if you go to like refresh your page or survey. Whoops. It's very monthly. So go back to survey monkey. There. So over on the other, so type in the legislation number there.
Five.
F,
Yeah.
FPL dash
2122.
FPL what? 05, you said,
Oh, 0,
or 06?
0, no, 05.
But the other ones are. You already have a 04 there.
Huh?
That one.
This, solar.
Yeah, so then you had one today,
Oh.
that's 05.
This is 0,
This
6.
is 06. Yeah. 0, FPL 06.
Oh, it's not.
You just type nesting. What is it called? It's the fall. Keep scrolling. Zero, you have to do. You should be able to tab through.
Okay.
Like 0 tab, 0 tab. So annoying.
Tells you about.
All right, so launching 0,
This is
they
what
have requested $2,400.
is in support of allocating $2,400 to NISB for their fall regional conference, just raise your hand. earn money and IRS unit as well.
Although they said. Yay. Or not. Okay, they're both base highs. Then you have one absent. No? Oh, I'm gonna visit.
Okay, that's okay.
So then there's a legislation status. That is passed, then you mark it as. Yeah. I don't, listen, I set this up in 2019. Yeah. Yeah. Type something. Or
For every professor, just semester, or is
all of them.
you be able to do it for the other one too?
Which one?
The.
Yeah, someone can do that. Yeah. All right. So, oh, point of order.
Yes.
So then someone needs to let Nesby know that their stuff is passed. There is, yeah. I can send you a template. What that looks like.
Maybe, or would I probably do?
It's typically the chair or the vice
Okay, perfect. Then I'll do this last one after.
chair.
And I guess another question, but so after we've passed this, like, how, when do they receive?
Yeah, so they would then need to go and make an appointment with David Royer, and David Royer can pay for the registrations. I have like a list of all of the people. And then. Also,
So we're done with that. The next thing on our agenda is the monthly report and the initiative committee, not community. Want to do that?
Yeah, it's just, we need some people for both of the committees. Last year, we had both of them, of course. We came up with the idea of having an initiatives committee kind of connecting finance for the student organizations. So like an information night and some other things that Courtney actually helped to lead. So we need to just like some people to kind of all lead that. And those initiatives can be anything. You know, we just decided collectively to do like an information night where a lot of student organizations came. We reminded them about semesterly budgets, what's happening with funding, SAHS obligations, things like that. But we could do game nights, some other things that you think are better suited. So there's that initiatives committee. And then every month we have to write a report, every day that the progression of finance for basically everything we've done, all the legislation we've passed, some significant things that people should know about in terms of finance sports progression, things like that. We just pile it up into a report and we submit that to Ebor, top four. That's pretty much it. So we need 2 people for monthly report. We need 3 people for initiatives committee. Any questions so far about the committees before we can nominate each other? So monthly report committee and initiatives committee.
Start with monthly report, but so we need 2 people for that.
2 people. If anyone else, if you wanted to be 3 people, we can, but typically it's not that.
How often does it meet?
So it's every week. Or actually bi-weekly. That committee can kind of set it up, but typically it's like bi-weekly. So because you have to finalize the report and send it out by the end of every month. So bi-weekly, and it takes like an hour or two.
Yeah.
A meeting, that's pretty much it. But the initiatives committee is a little more heavy. You have to like implement an event, get together and, all of that. So that takes more effort. So we need 3 people for initiatives and 2 for monthly. And I'll be a part of the monthly report. And Shruti, I think you mentioned initiatives.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically 1 more person, or actually 2 more people for 3 more for initiatives.
I'm just gonna read this once more because I think I need it now. So there's a monthly report and initiatives committee that finance board does. So the monthly report is 2 people from finance board to put together a report at the end of the month based off of everything that we've done in finance board. So this includes legislation that we've passed, anything like significant that we've like made in terms of decisions for funding, and just a bunch of other stuff that we just put together and then we submit it at the end of the month to top 4. And the initiatives committee is like a finance board's way of just being more involved on campus and having the ability to get people more in touch with what finance board does. So we like host events and we kind of just become more with the people almost. So we need 3 people for that. So if either of you are interested, or any of us. But right now, Rahman has nominated himself for monthly review report, sorry, and I nominated myself for initiative. So we need additional people, 1 more person for a monthly report and 2 more people for initiative.
Wait, did you say, so like from what the report is 1 person, so that's what that's for sure.
2 additional or?
Can be traditional if you want. Typically, it was up here, but it wasn't like, I don't know. But if you wanted to be 3, you can. So,
It's you and then someone else.
sure.
It goes 2. So who wants to be the other? Strongly
person.
encourage you.
I would say.
Thank
you. So it's
It's an honor.
I think you can read yourself. Wait, so let's be like this.
you can also just copy from like the meeting minutes.
Oh,
Well, to a certain degree.
oh no, we're gonna knock this out. We're gonna be.
You know it. Which helps a little bit.
That's actually. Okay, who wants to nominate themselves for the initiatives committee? It's supposed to be fun. Who else? So, what's the time? Yeah, bi-weekly, you guys.
You can join if you want. Do you want to do initiatives? I mean, we can go as well if you want. I did both last year. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is initiatives bi-weekly?
Well, so the committee itself decides when they want to meet, but typically it was every meeting for initiatives.
So once.
So, yeah, once a week, yeah. But if you feel like there's nothing to discuss, we don't have it. That's on you.
So we have Usman. Fiona, do you still want to be part of it? Oh, yeah, sure. Sarah, you want to join us, Paul? Well, technically, 3, but if you want to do it too.
I think the board of that are pretty.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping it from doing. Unless you just on time.
No, yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna.
Understand, yeah.
Why don't you like, you can join and if it's too much, just hop on over to my.
Yeah. Cool, good, yeah.
I'm not recruiting.
I'm peer pressuring everyone in this room.
I think should.
Also, can FYAs join this committee?
Yeah.
too? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, everything.
Do you want to start next week?
Whatever you join.
Online experience.
So one of the treasurers reached out to me for a musical theater club and he's asking, does the treasurer have to meet with ECS or can it be anybody?
Okay, so,
So it's me and Neil,
right.
your reports.
and then me, Fiona, Usman, and maybe Tahira? perfect. And we can peer pressure one of FYI's to join each of these.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. God, I'm so sorry.
Let's go, right, I don't believe it.
I think like, is anyone here doing the, would y'all do the officer funeral for FIA?
I think it's gonna join, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do it there.
Oh, sorry, very good.
Because, I got an email from Kayla about the people that are joining, finance board, so.
Yeah, I got an email from Joshua and I was just like, okay.
We're gonna be recruiting. Oh, yeah.
Perfect, okay, so that's our new business.
You know what's better than being the secretary?
So are there any motions to move into a period of announcements? Second. Objections? There is no objections, we move into a period of announcements, is there anything you want to say?
I have a question. So like a student came to me today. And asked me like in person, should I put this in my tracker? It's an in person.
Yeah.
Okay. So they asked me if there's anything I can do about the library closing at 8 p.m. because they want to extend it to 10 since I'm student until 10. And I told them I'd ask because I really,
That sounds like an excellent setup.
that's what I told her. I said I really don't deal with that, but I will ask in my meeting tonight like how, like what you do.
Quick plug, I think Senate and Finance Board is doing a joint initiatives committee that, I guess Wendy and I would be leading. So if you guys have any ideas, we can have my senators and do that. And, so that might be something that we as finance might want to bring in to this committee, but we're starting, our first meeting is the Thursday. So Neil, but I'm gonna send something to all the steering committee so you can go to that.
Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to know because I know that UMBC is really short staffed right now. So I wasn't sure if it was a matter of like university being like close it early because of COVID, or if it was actually like no one can be there and then to like have it.
I don't see why it would be. They're open like full time.
There's a lot of things that it's like it's for COVID. I'm like, but we already like.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know exactly like if that was even Senate or if it was just like that's something that's set in stone for certain reasons. Do you know anything about campus? Or?
Josh has something to add.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
What's up? I was just going to say, Nayla Benet, like if you wanted to, you can reach out to someone over in the AOK library. I know that they have a directory on their website. I know I worked with folks there last year about something. So if you just wanted to like send that quick email to ask the question and start the conversation, you can. But if it becomes like an arduous thing where there's a lot of back and forth, then I would pass it on to a senator.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
So let's do a quick silly question. So this is a really announcement, but do we have like a dining committee at UMBC?
Yeah,
We do.
I don't know if you saw this, but Rashad sent like an email about this like 3 months ago. Like their thoughts like any committee. I can send you the email. Yeah, that's
I appreciate that. Thank you.
that's my friend.
I feel like Senate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Lisa in the WebEx being like, what's doing it? Everybody wants one.
Are there any other announcements? There are no announcements. We can move to the period of adjournment.
I move to enter a period of employment.
Any objections? Or receive no objections? We move to the period of adjournment. Organize that. Fiona, Juan, Devin, Mahira, Aya, and Imani are here, as well as their wonderful exhibition members, Candace. And I. At 6.
That was such a sad clap.